So if you're not sure what you're seeing on the screen, these are 10 different types of funnels, and I'm going to be ranking them according to their effectiveness, so you know exactly what conversion mechanism you need to implement for your next ad campaign or content campaign, whatever the case might be. But you're not going to get all of that if you don't stay to the end of the video. So as you can see, we have 10 different ones here, so you have to stay to the end absolutely if you want to get all of this out. Now, the first one we're going to start with here is the webinar funnel. So the webinar funnel is actually very simple, and I'm going to show you an example. This is one that we built for our clients, and this did very well. However, one of the pros, I'm going to go with the pros first and then tell you the cons. So the pros of webinar funnel is that you sell to people collectively. So you can sell to 10,000 people on a live webinar. You can sell to 5,000 people, 20,000 people, whatever the case might be, right? That's one of the big pros of webinar funnels. And you can use it to sell mid-ticket products from like $1,000 to like high-ticket $3,000 plus $5,000, $10,000 plus product. Now, that's one of the upsides. However, one of the downsides for webinar funnels is that it takes a lot of preparation, right? If you do not have the knowledge to set up funnels, how to set up reminder sequences, how to pre-frame the clients, how to use stuff like addevent.com, how to make people add stuff to the calendar, it's just going to be a flop. It's not for beginners. Webinars are not for beginners. You need to actually have skin in the game, or you have to pay some marketing agency, or you have to pay somebody like us to come in and help you build this stuff out, because it's way more than, people just coming here and clicking sign up to the free training. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Now, let's say you're not doing a direct to checkout, because most webinars that will be for clients are direct to checkout. If you're not doing a direct to checkout webinar, it's usually going to be them booking a call after the webinar. Now that's where you have to hire closers, because you have a huge volume of people who are going to book calls with you. Let's say anywhere from, our last client had about 400 people book calls. So that's a lot of people booking calls, right? So in order for you to get the most out of that situation, you need to be able to hire closers, and you can handle all of that yourself. So that's also another con, of webinars, is that if you're doing a book a call after the webinar, then you're going to have to give up, some level of your profits, maybe like 20, 30%, just to get those deals closed. However, all in all, it's a really good strategy, and it's something that we do for our clients, and it's very, very effective. So I am going to place this at an S. It's an S tier because it's highly effective when done correctly. The next one is going to be low ticket direct to checkout. Now, let me show you an example of this. And this is one that we built for our clients, and it falls into two categories actually, and I'm going to explain the other one in a second. However, this is direct to checkout, and it goes to WAP. The link is not added here yet, but the whole point is that this is a type of funnel that you basically just lead people to buy directly from the checkout, right? So when they click this button, they get redirected to the checkout, nothing crazy. And this is good for low ticket products. However, there's some pros obviously, and there's some cons. So the pros are that, this is a low ticket product. It's easier to get people in with this and then potentially upsell them on the back end. But then I'm going to explain the cons in a second. But anyways, I'm going to rank this particular one, low ticket direct to checkout. I'm going to put this at a B tier. Not really sure that's just how I feel. Anyways, you could feel otherwise, but that's how I feel about low ticket direct to checkout. Now, the next one is going to be a free course funnel. And by the way, we have low ticket form before checkout. So stick to the end to see exactly, this is what I was talking about, the pros and cons of direct to checkout, and also, form before checkout. So it's very important you understand that they're two different things. So we have the free course funnel, and this free course funnel is basically you just getting people into a free course and then upselling them on the back end. Now, people are divided on this. Some people say it's effective. Some people say it's not effective. Personally, I haven't tried it, but from what I've seen, and also from like how people think, and the psychology of humans, a lot of people who are looking for free stuff aren't necessarily going to buy that stuff. There are a lot of people who are going to opt into a free course funnel, but they're just freeloaders. They're looking for free stuff. However, this could be different. I've been seeing a lot of people, posting wins about, their clients doing free courses and then upselling a lot of these people, which they might be right. This might be effective. I just haven't tried it. So for the free course funnel, I am going to put this at a C tier, just because that's what I feel. That's how I feel, how effective I feel it is. I don't think it's very effective. Well, until I test it, then I'll get to know. But that's how I feel about it. The next one is the paid course / community funnel, then to a high ticket upsell. This is one that I like, and this is one that we're actually running for. This is what this offer is actually. So they opt into the $20 $20 course in community. And then after that, the game plan is to upsell them to a high ticket service, which is like maybe 5K, 10 grand, whatever the case might be. This is very effective, and it's also very simple. There's really not much to break down there. It's basically them, buying into the paid course or community funnel and then getting upsold on the back end, which is very effective because these people have committed something. So for this one, I am going to put this at it's going to be an A tier for me. It's going to be an A tier because it's actually very effective. The next one is going to be here, the VSL Typeform to Calendly. So we have two different versions here. We have VSL to Typeform to Calendly, and we have VSL to Calendly. I'm going to show you what each one looks like. So the VSL Typeform to Calendly, there's one of our clients who, I don't have that open here. Actually, let me just open that. So if you take a look at this is a VSL. It's a VSL to Typeform, and if you click on Get Started Now, it's going to pop up a Typeform. And this is very effective, right? It's very, very, very effective. And this client of ours is doing $1 million a month. We didn't build a specific funnel, but that's by the way. So what the whole point is that this Typeform makes it easy for them to filter out people who are not qualified for this offer, right? Because when you go through every single one of these questions and the logic on the Typeform decides that if you're not qualified for this offer, then what it's going to do is redirect you to maybe a low ticket product, or even just redirect you away so you don't even see what the calendar looks like. So it's very good for qualification, and it's also very good if you want to get in touch with people who have not booked a call with you. So not everyone who fills out a Typeform is going to book a call, believe it or not. Like, that's just how it is. So if you want to capture all of the demand that you've created, especially if you're running, cold traffic, you need to make sure that you have a VSL. And I myself, I need to take this advice as well. I'm currently just testing something right now, but I'm most likely going to move to the Typeform to Calendly. And I'm going to show you what mine looks like in a second. But this is very effective because if someone fills out the form and they don't book a call, you can have your setters reach back out to them, or you reach back out to them yourself, and then get them to book in that call. So it's very effective, number one, for filtration, to remove the people who are not qualified for your offer. And then number two, to be able to contact those people if they don't book a call, because you already have their name, you have the phone number, you have the email, you have the information, and you can contact them. So for the VSL to Typeform, I am going to put that at the top because it is very effective, and I've seen that firsthand, and this client of mine is doing $1 million a month plus. So the next one here is the VSL funnel to Calendly. Now, this is the one I'm running myself, and I'm going to show you what my funnel looks like in a bit. So you can see here, this is the form, this is the page that they get to after they opt into the funnel. And this is very simple. So we have the VSL here, and we have the Calendly embedded here. Now, this funnel is very effective as well. I haven't really tested that long to say, okay, this is how effective it is. However, I think after this video, actually, I'm going to start testing the Typeform funnel, because I think it's going to be a good mechanism for me. And for this particular one, I am going to put it at a B tier, because from everything that I've seen and all of the data that I've seen, it seems like the Typeform and Calendly works best, and I've not really gotten enough data to say, okay, my VSL to Calendly works the best, right? So that's what I would personally say. That's what I personally feel. Now let's move to the next one. Now the next one here is the free audit funnel. This one is huge, and I heard about a guy who did like 60 grand in new deals using this particular funnel. And this is where you run an ad and get people to opt in for an audit or book a call for an audit, and then you close them on the back end if it's something that they want to move ahead with, or they see the value immediately, in it, right? So and these audits are usually very valuable, especially when you're running something like a social media marketing agency. Something like an account audit, like a Google Ads account audit or Meta Ads account audit, can be extremely valuable just from you doing that audit that might take 5 or 10 minutes. For an offer like ours, it might take a lot more effort, right? But it's still something that's going to be valuable to these people. But if you're running a social media marketing agency, then you should be running this in some way, shape, or form, because you're going to get a lot of people to come through your funnel, because people want to see, okay, what am I doing wrong, and also how can I fix that stuff? And if they can get it for free, then why not? It's literally like a no-brainer offer. So for this free audit funnel, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it at a B tier. I'm going to put it as a B tier. I might change my mind. I think it's a very effective funnel. However, that's how I feel at this moment. Anyways, so we have the low ticket form before checkout, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. And this is very effective, right? Remember when we talked about low ticket direct to checkout, which was this particular one here? Low ticket form before checkout is basically, and this is what we're building up for one of our clients, because we've seen that it's very effective from other people that we've studied in the space, some of the biggest people in the space. So if we look at someone like Iman Gadzi, for example, so when you click on get monthly access now, it doesn't redirect you to the checkout directly. So what it does is it redirects you to this form where you get to enter all of your information, your name, your email, your last name, your phone number. And this is done for a very, very specific reason. It feels like a sign-up process, but it's not necessarily a sign-up process. It's just the process of them getting your details so that if you don't buy immediately, they have, multiple points of contact with you. So they're going to, contact you via email. They're going to call you up. I don't know if this person collects. I don't know if email collects Instagram usernames and stuff, but I know Samuel Inuha collects, Instagram usernames and stuff. However, this is a very, very effective strategy, and I would recommend it for everyone, because everyone who's selling a low ticket product or mid ticket product, because that way you get the information of everyone who has intent, because at the end of the day, not everyone who has intent is going to buy. So you want to capture as much of that intent as possible, because let's say 50% of people who actually fill out the form buy. So there's another 50% who you could potentially make revenue off of. Now, it doesn't mean all of that 50% is going to convert. However, if you have a really good backend system that is going to, setters that are going to reach out to these people, or maybe automations that are going to be triggered once these people fill out the form but don't make a purchase, then you're going to recover a lot of that revenue, maybe anywhere from like 10 to 30%. You're going to recover that revenue, and it's going to be, huge. It's going to make a huge difference. So for this particular low ticket form before checkout, I am going to put this it's going to be an S tier for me. Now, we have two more left here, and one of them is the $1 funnel. The other one is the lead magnet funnel. So the $1 funnel is a very simple concept, and it's this idea, which I actually like, and it's getting people to buy something just for $1. And it's very deliberate the way it's actually very, very it's very deliberate the way it's done, because the point is not getting them to buy something for $1. The point actually is getting them to commit, to show that this person is actually committed to, this person is making a purchase. They are using a credit card to, buy whatever you're selling at $1. It means that this person is more likely to make a commitment than someone who's just opting in for free. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, like when I was explaining, the free cost funnel, this might be false, right? But from what I've seen, this $1 funnel, I've seen people like Ali Abdal run it, and I've not tested it myself. However, I think this funnel is going to be very effective if tested. I don't have any product that I'm going to test that with yet, but I think this is something that could be worth testing, because there's somebody who's already big who's testing it. This doesn't mean that it's effective by any means, right? But it's a good mechanism from the way I think about it, because these people have already committed something, and that makes them more likely to commit something else. So for this particular one, I will take this to a B tier. It's going to be a B tier for me. And the last one we have here is a lead magnet funnel, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. So we have one that we built out for one of our clients here. You can see this is very, very simple, straight to the point. Takes literally maybe an hour, 2 hours to set this up, maybe even less if you're like, you have nothing doing. But anyways, this is a very, very simple strategy here, and basically you're getting people to download something for free, and then on the back end of that, you get them to book a call with you to help them implement that stuff that they downloaded. Because the thing is, a lot of people are going to download it, but then there's a percentage of the market who doesn't want to implement that stuff themselves. So that's where you come in and then ask them to book a call with you. So this is a very, very effective strategy as well. I've seen people crush with it. There's a lot of people, I think there's a guy called Leo, and a lot of his students do this and they crush. So for this particular one, I'm going to put this as an A tier funnel. I think it's effective. I haven't tested it. I'm just about to set up a funnel that's going to be a lead magnet funnel. I think it's going to crush. Anyways, I think it's a very good mechanism. So as you can see, we have a webinar funnel, VSL type form to Calendly, low ticket form before checkout is our S tier. And by the way, you can feel free to disagree with this. Just let me know in the comments what you think. And by the way, if you need to build out any of these types of funnels for your info coaching or consulting business, or any business at all, just click the link in the description and schedule a call, and we'll see how we can help you. Anyways, Just feel free to disagree with this. This is what I think from what I've seen and what we've tested so far, and also what I've seen, the feedback that I've seen other people give about some of these specific strategies. I think this is the correct tier, kind of tier level for all of these funnels. Feel free to disagree. Put a comment in the comment section if you think I missed anything. And with that being said, I'm going to see you guys in the next video, and make sure you go watch all of my other videos as well. You're going to get a lot of value from them, and like the video, subscribe. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.